can you guys imagine going back in time and telling people, and we're talking about women here, telling women back in the day who loved to cook for their husbands, who understood how to carry themselves with respect, who knew how to treat the men in their lives. Can you imagine going back in time and telling those women that one of the top reasons women in the future would be triggered is when they see a woman in a relationship, in a loving relationship, cooking for that man? I mean, there are probably a lot of things they wouldn't believe we're dealing with today, but can you imagine that being like top 5 ways to trigger modern women? I've released multiple videos on topics of like chicks just getting highly triggered, turning up in the comment section because they can't believe what they're seeing with their own eyes. They can't believe it. Don't serve coffee on the side with the home cooked meal. They don't like that at all. But here it is again. This post is captioned, "Woman is going viral and receiving criticism from men and women for cooking for her boyfriend every day." They don't like that. But why? The other thing here that I find hard to believe, are there men out here who are upset by this? That's almost more triggering than seeing a woman be triggered by this. There's a lot of simp men out here. A lot. And so this picture was shared. It had the food there on the side. We've got some salmon. That looks like some sort of like hearty, what's that, like a steak and potatoes. Looks like pasta down there and steak. Right? All she's doing is cooking for her man. They are pressed. Let's check out this next slide. I'm just gonna play the slide one after the other. I can't play the music that they have because she's using like copyright music, but I'm just gonna play slide after slide so you guys can enjoy this while we watch. Check it out. Oh shit. Okay, first one's not a video. It says, "Since everybody thinks I pre-ordered his dinners," with the laughing emoji. FSE. FSE. Okay, so another acronym, man. Another acronym that I'm gonna get. You guys are gonna talk shit in the comment section down below. Like I'm supposed to know every acronym that's ever been invented. This is like a new one every day. Let me talk to Miss Coffee. I bet you Miss Coffee doesn't even know what this is. Miss Coffee, what does FSE mean? Urban Dictionary, please.
Got it. FSE is used as shorthand for funniest shit ever on social media. It's a way for people to express that they find something extremely amusing or hilarious.
Let's check out some of these videos and see what she has. Let's go. Okay. So there he is. He's smiling. It says creamy salmon over. Hold on. Let's go back. I want to see what it actually says. So it's creamy salmon over rice, I think it is. Oh yeah, she had to show the step-by-step intro of her actually cooking the food. Yep. Oh, that looks delicious. There's a salmon right there. That looks good. Very cool. Looks good. One thing I will say though, when I see a lot of this food, I remember listening to a health seminar at one point that talked about how a lot of women can, it's dramatic, but they slowly kill their men with the food that they serve. I think it's worth mentioning here that we do need greens, but where's the greenery here? You're doing a great job. You're doing an amazing job to any woman out here cooking. Let's just add some greens there for the men so that we can keep them healthy. Let's keep watching. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe she's going to add the greens on the plate. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, short ribs addition. That looks good. I guess it's, there's vegetables there mixed in with the food. No, this is real cooking. That looks real good. I know you guys want to hear the sound. It's just music. It's just music. And let's check out the other plate here. She's got some shrimp, some steak right there, pasta. Well, hope there was a salad with that, but it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm not hating, guys. Beautiful. Yeah, this is probably the dish that sent them over the edge. This right here, the shrimp, pasta, steak, probably the dish that sent them over the edge. Rubbing his hands. He's ready for it. Yes, sir. Oh, and he's showing off on the FaceTime. So, okay, here's the couple right there. There you go. And, yep, I'm not going to say it, but you know that pissed him off. Let's check out some of these comments, what the people have to say. First, here, the caption. The caption here says, and this is by the Spiritual Word, they said, family, who doesn't enjoy delicious food made with love from the comfort of home? Danny, a culinary enthusiast who delights in preparing daily meals for her beloved boyfriend. Oh, they didn't like that boyfriend part. According to her, she serves as his personal chef. Just yesterday, a tweet gained immense popularity on Twitter as it showcased her culinary skills while preparing a meal for her partner. The tweet suggests that Dr. Umar's views on interracial couples were incorrect. Whoa. The tweet reached a wide audience. Unkind and unprovoked comments were directed towards Danny's relationship and her cooking, with some claiming that her food are pre-ordered. It looked too good. They're like, she has to be buying that shit. And it goes on to say she replied with a tweet showcasing that all the food she prepared for her boyfriend is made entirely from scratch. Entirely from scratch. Shout out to this chick. And then she showed the proof right there. Oh, would you look at that? One of the top comments, Chisha Zed. What does he say? Well, to understand my comment, you have to realize that a lot of these people will leave in comments like this. Basically, there were a whole lot of pissed off comments of people pretty much echoing the same sentiment. And it was like, that's your boyfriend. Why are you cooking for your boyfriend? That's your boyfriend. We don't even see a ring on that finger. Why are you cooking for your boyfriend? Boyfriends don't get meals. Boyfriends apparently are supposed to get treated like shit. That's what we saw over and over again. And so I said the same women saying don't cook for your man who is not your husband are the same women who expect you to spend money on them like they're your wife.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And we know that's true. We know that's absolutely true. They want you to spend money on them like they're married to you, but don't want to give you any wifey duty. Let me know how that makes sense in the comment section down below. We've got the Spiritual Word here chiming in again and saying they're mad because she's not black. Whoa, they just went straight there. They just went straight there. We couldn't make that the headline. Oh, shit. Why couldn't they make that the headline? Why couldn't they make that the headline? You know what separates, I'll say this, you know what separates the Spiritual Word from the Shade Room? Is there's this very obvious experience you get on the Spiritual Word where you know there's not a bunch of people sitting around a table who are policing speech to the point where you cannot point out the obvious. There's no way, for example, this would have been stated over on the Shade Room. Now you may be asking, Chisha, why didn't you talk about the fact that she's white? Because I just don't want to make it the focus of this specific topic. Right? You guys know I've talked about women hating on black men who date white women plenty of times. So I've talked about Michael B. Jordan. I did Jonathan Majors thing when I told you guys his relationship with Megan Good was sincere. Most of you guys disagreed with me and said, nah, the relationship is a plant. They're just trying to divert from the situation. Yeah, you guys know I've been honest about that. Been very vocal about that. But I am so happy that Spiritual Word, and hey, they may not agree with everything I believe, which is cool. I'm not here to say that they necessarily chug coffee all the time. I see a lot of stuff where I'm like, okay, whatever. But it seems like they're more honest in a lot of these situations than other platforms that are respectable, right? Another comment here says, no, let's keep reading what they wrote. They said, we couldn't make that the headline. So they couldn't say it's because she's not black. Goes on to say, use critical thinking skills, people. Most of the criticism is from the black community on Twitter. What was the response here? We've got a woman here who says that's a lie. Stop doing that. It's just as many white podcasts doing the same thing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Come on, guys. We know for a fact her being white had everything to do with at least 70% of the hate. And that's me being nice. That's me being nice. Here's somebody else who says, where's the comments of the people criticizing her? I thought I was going to see some of the slide. Oh, some in the slide. Here's somebody else who says, bro has a point. The comments were mostly black women talking down on her and disrespecting her for cooking and for it looking so good. They said she ordered it in, but these the same black women that don't want to cook for a man. Yeah, they were mad that she was white. Let's just now we're gonna make the video all about the what we know it's about. Chisha, you come on, man. You got to serve the coffee. You should have started there from the beginning. Well, I follow the story as it goes. Let's just keep it real, guys. They're mad at her being white, and they're mad that a white woman is doing what they refuse to do as a collective, which is submit. Submit. In the black community, a lot of black women don't like that word. And number 2, cook. Right? We know they rejoiced when KS passed away and didn't like when he said it. And that's just the truth. I am very privileged to have a black woman who cooks for me. A lot of these chicks out here don't know what they're doing in the kitchen at all. Men can usually these days cook better than a lot. I was out here dating, bro, running circles around these women in the kitchen. I'm an amazing cook. I don't even have to brag about it because people who cook, man, they're not even overthinking the cooking thing. It's just what it is. The only people that make a big deal out of it are people who feel very self-conscious about their cooking skills, right? And they're intimidated when they see somebody of the opposite race here cooking. And in this case, black women are triggered according to the spiritual word, and I believe it. All right, so let's read more comments here. This topic got a lot more interesting than I was actually expecting. I'm trying to look for a comment that I saw. So this next comment says, the same women getting pregnant by boyfriends are criticizing a woman for cooking for hers. Yep. Here's somebody else who says, people always tend to get mad at something that makes them feel insecure about what they're not doing. And I'll go a step further here. It's not that they aren't doing it. It's that these chicks can't cook, man. A lot of these women out here are really insecure about the topic of cooking because they can't cook. And people like to act like not knowing how to cook is the end of the world. You can learn. Now more than ever, you can learn. When I moved out of my parents' house, there's a lot of dishes my mother used to cook. Traditional dishes, some of them, but I went on YouTube and went to search and learn how to make a lot of those meals. It boggles my mind. Guys, I mean this so sincerely. I'm always just so mind blown. I don't know how else to stress this, man. I'm always so mind blown at how we live in a time where it's the easiest to know what men love, men want, to go out and learn how to cook. Men are so simple. To keep yourself together. I mean, the chicks, they act like these are impossible tasks. But if I was a woman, I'm getting on a keto diet, dropping pounds, set up with Mac work. Check the description. I'll make sure I'll put it on there. Right? drop the pounds, go learn how to cook, listen to some type of like a femininity coach, not the femininity coach that are trying to show you how to get the bag. Nah, not that shit. I almost don't even want to talk about coaches, but you got to learn to embrace your femininity. A bit of therapy, keeping yourself together. You just gain so much value by doing all those things. People might say, oh, it costs too much, but no. You spend money on bullshit. Let's see what else we have here. Hold on. Comment says, this next woman says, people always tend to get mad. No, we read that one. Let's see. We have Kendra G here who chimed in and said, what's wrong with cooking for your man? I'm confused, LL. Somebody else here says, y'all only mad for one reason, and it ain't cooking. Damn. At what point? I know people like to say black people can't be racist. It's a very interesting comment to make right there, because as somebody who has seen black people in a continent like Africa, and I've seen black people here, I definitely have met some black people who are racist. At what point does this hate for white women who are dating black men turn into racism? Comment down below. Because there has to be a point. And that is a conversation a lot of people don't want to have. Here's somebody else who says, at this point, girl, where is the invite? I'll bring the wine. Somebody else here says, shit, I'm trying to find a man I can cook for every day. This commenter says, he'll still cheat. Comments incoming. Yeah. Moving on.